Hey, welcome to the land of ooh. Ooh speaking to you, and I assume you clicked on this video because you have some questions that need to be answered. So if I answer it, kindly like the video. If I don't, tell me what I didn't say, and if you like the vibe, you know what I'm saying, subscribe. Okay. As you can see from the title of the video, we're going to be talking about porosity. And because it can get a little technical, I decided to spice it up by adding some characters from Martin, because who doesn't love the 90s? But before I do that, I have to explain what porosity is first. Scientifically speaking, your hair is composed of 3 layers. Your outermost layer is your hair's cuticle. Now, how open or how closed the cuticle is determines how moisture gets in, stays in, and how moisture gets out, aka your hair's porosity. Simply put, porosity is literally just the way moisture gets in, stays in, and gets out. Still a lot of words, so to help you better understand it, I have a chart here to explain. Hair porosity is split into 3 categories: low, which you've probably heard about, medium, and high porosity. Now, to get a little bit of fun into the conversation, let's introduce our characters. If you watched any episode of Martin, you'll notice the way Pam interacts with the other characters. Simply put, she kind of repels outsiders, but if you're lucky enough to infiltrate her circle, like her relationship with Gina, she's gonna love you for a long time, and she's gonna be slow to give you up. Similar to the way low porosity responds to moisture. As you can see, low porosity's cuticles are pretty much sealed shut. Now, take that with a grain of salt. People be acting like
it takes a bulldozer to get some moisture into some low porosity hair.
And it takes a century for it to dry.
Those are just exaggerations to describe the 2 main characteristics of low porosity hair. Low porosity hair is a little bit more hesitant to moisture, and it takes longer to dry. So if you're braiding your hair and you realize it's been 2 days and my hair still isn't dry, you probably have low porosity hair. Since low porosity hair is hesitant to moisture, you want to focus on products that'll penetrate and get into the hair. For this next one, I had to look a little deeper to find a character that would fit the description of this next porosity type. Well, Tommy, they just don't know what his job is. Cole, he's kind of the slower friend, and Gina just didn't really fit. So I tapped in the supporting characters, and I found none other than Bruh Main from the 5th floor. Just like medium porosity hair, Bruh Main is easy come, easy go. He easily gets into Martin's apartment through the window and easily leaves with what he needs, which is typically a sandwich. Looking at this picture, you can find that medium porosity's cuticle is open, but not too open that moisture escapes like high porosity hair. Medium porosity hair allows moisture in easily and out in the natural way. Since its cuticles are still open, I'd advise you to moisturize with the LCO method. And that's pretty much it to medium porosity hair. Congrats. Some would say you won the hair lottery, but all hair is blessed hair and all hair is good hair, so don't even worry about it, shawty, because you got other things to worry about. But now, time to compare the lead star of the show to the underdog of the natural hair community. It only takes 1 episode for you to realize that Martin is the lead character of the show. And since he's the lead character, people can easily get into his apartment, but he gets sick of it and he's quick to tell them, party's over, bounce, get to stepping. That's how moisture is for high porosity hair. I kid you not. It leaves that fast. You can see by the cuticles, our hair is very inviting to moisture, but just as quickly, we tell it to leave. We don't even tell it to leave. It just leaves because we can't hold on to it. But we can't hold on to moisture because there's typically gaps and holes in high porosity's hair, and because the cuticle is so wide. So how do we combat it? Well, you use the LCO method, and you have to seal with a sealant oil. There are differences between oils. Some are sealants, some are moisturizing, and some are moisturizing sealants. In the end, it's fun comparing our hair to characters, but in real life, we need to know how to take care of our hair. And the more important thing to figure out is your porosity, not your curl pattern, because at the end of the day, nobody cares how your hair shingles and coils and bounces if it's dry. And nobody's trying to waste money on products and give it to their sister because they did not buy the right products catered to their hair. Instead of saying this product don't work or is whack, maybe it's not catered to your hair. But some products are just suckish. You might be asking, how do I find this, Scoop? Well, I know you've heard of the porosity test. Well, you pluck some hair out your head, you put it in a cup, you let it sit for a few minutes, and then if it floats, you have low porosity. If it swims, you have medium porosity, and if it sinks, you have high porosity. Well, that's scientifically incorrect. No! Because hair is comprised of oil, and if you took a science class like ever, or you just wash dishes in your mama's sink, you'll realize that oil will always swim on top of water. So according to that test, we all have low porosity hair. Just not true. The best way to find out your porosity is get to know your hair. Take on a date.
You want me to take you on a date?
I hope you found this video useful. If you did, like I said earlier, like the video. If I missed something, drop it in the comments. And if you like the vibe, subscribe. But I do want to know if you found your porosity through a character. Put it in the comments. Thank you. Until next time. Oh, and don't forget, screenshot here, post me on your story, and tag me for a shout out. By the way, that hair strand is still floating on top of that water, and I have quite highly porous hair.